We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Come on, set! 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick! Mustang 19!
The tight end going in motion to the left. Daniels starts with a pass. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it, and I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
On play action, Daniels. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Ready, break! Come 19! Come 19! Here we go, set! Ready?
On first down, Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go!
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Now Willis. He'll tuck it and take off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Daniels now on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Daniels to throw on second. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now a shot here, deep middle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Go.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Again, working deep downfield. And the Packers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Let's go.
Throwing, Willis. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Willis. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. Don't need much. It is third and inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's fourth down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. On fourth down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. And back deep is Quez Watkins. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Check go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
18, Pioneer.
They'll motion over Flowers. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a turnover-filled 1st quarter has come to an end. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing again, Daniels. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And the Commanders are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
Go.
Daniels going to throw again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense
to the goal line and in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commander. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf.
19 Charger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 left, 18 left.
Willis. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Go! Warrior 70. Hook.
To throw is Daniels. Open man, that's Flowers. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Set up. Go!
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up. Field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw with Daniels. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. They'll motion over Flowers. To the air again is Daniels. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Commanders will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Now, faking the give. Now he'll run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Lance looking to throw. That complete to Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Daniels going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this 1st half. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy 2nd half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. From the end zone, here's Cavante Turpin. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. To throw, here's Lance. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Man in motion is Smith. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. This one brought in by Brown.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Washington. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They send him right out of the slot. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on fourth down. Now Lance. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lance sending it downfield for Likely. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Looking middle, and he's got ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this.
19 tight.
Daniels now on 1st down. Open man downfield is Smith. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
19 Lion. Go.
Throwing again, Daniels. And he's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Commanders. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's Lance. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. To throw is Lance. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to get the football at their own 40.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come 19, come 19, let's go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Set, go.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Left side, it's caught by Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Set.
They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Go. Ready, ready.
3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. He'll get this one complete to Brown.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Keep it in the air, here's Daniels.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And in motion is Brown.
Go.
Daniels gonna throw again. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
First and 10.
70 range, 70 range. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Lance looking to throw. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw, here's Lance. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Packers. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They'll look to throw again. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. He works free, right side. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Washington. Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders add on to their already sizable lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Now, faking the give. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. On first down, Daniels. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Third and a yard.
Go!
To the air again is Daniels. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Throwing, Lance. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end.